Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel once again. This is Abhishek, your friend but not a financial advisor, and today we are going to talk about one of the most manipulated stocks out there. Like you might have seen from the title of this video, yes, we are going to talk about SOS stock. So in this video we discuss SOS stock updates and we discuss what is actually going to happen next week. Is the short squeeze about to happen or not? Well, to find that out, watch this video till the end. So without further ado, let's just get started. So before we jump onto the main content, guys, I would just like to clarify one thing, that I am not promoting any stock on my channel. So I am not promoting SOS stock. I am a bit bullish on this stock and there are some points which I would like to cover in this video. And if you ask me what is going to happen next week, to be honest, guys, I don't think that the short squeeze might happen next week. I mean, there are chances because the short percentage is increasing and the short interest is increasing as well. But even if it doesn't happen next week, there is a chance of rebound. So I do think that the stock price will rise next week, but that doesn't mean that the short squeeze is going to happen. So you please don't have to wait for this short squeeze to happen. If you're investing in SOS stock, then I would say that this should be held for a longer period of time, at least till the earnings are out. So this is just my opinion, guys, and I just wanted to clarify this one thing before we jump onto the main content. And apart from that, I would ask you to please smash that like button because that really helps the channel, as that helps the YouTube algorithm to rank our videos, and in this case you're helping me and this channel as well. If you like the content, then please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button as well to become a part of this amazing family. And apart from that, since we are talking about the family, guys, I just want to point out one more thing, that we actually discussed SOS stock quite early on our Patreon's community, so we don't have a fear of breaking this support region which we are going to see in the technical analysis. So we are quite safe on our investment, and if you want to have such early entry points, then you're most welcome to join our Patreon's community as well. Now let's get started. Okay guys, so first of all, I would like to go through quickly this article right here from Seeking Alpha, which was released on April 14th, and you might have seen pieces of information from this article right here in the form of screenshots on many social platforms. So I would just like to give you guys a brief overview of this article, on the basis of which many other bulls are reacting. So yeah, let's just go through the title first. So SOS Limited's triple-digit growth may drive stock to successive new highs, which is okay, which is right. Yeah, they are showing a triple-digit growth in their revenue, and also the expected revenue is supposed to be quite high. So SOS is an emerging growth stock with zero debt and profitable in 2019 and 2020. I don't agree with that. I will show you in a moment why this statement is not correct right here. But anyway, so with approximately $400 million in the cash on books, SOS may deliver multi-year triple-digit growth. Typically, this level of growth has become the domain of private equity in recent years. Now, SOS is unique due to its recent business pivot. In the classic mold of emerging growth stock, SOS is building triple-digit growth. Now, SOS, of course, is dealing with blockchain, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, big data, handling, Internet of Things, and many other things they are developing in for expanding their business, which is quite good, and I agree with that. Okay guys, so these are the financials of SOS Limited from their official website, and this is what I would like to show you, that article from Seeking Alpha is quite bullish. There are some true facts there, but not all the facts are, to be honest, right and correct. And this is why I want to give you this information, this piece of information, and to tell you guys that don't please depend on just one article or just on one video from YouTube, from anyone, from me also. Yeah, please do your own due diligence, because you have to see the drawbacks and also the perks of a particular stock which you're investing in. So as you can see right here in that particular article from Seeking Alpha, it said that the company was profitable already from 2019. But I honestly don't see company being profitable in 2019, especially the revenue actually dropped since 3 years, and now it was in 2019 it was making $37 million from its sales, and we have an operating loss of $64 million. So that's huge, and there is no sign of company being profitable. So you have an operating loss And then you have, of course, a net loss of $9 million. So yeah, of course, the net loss is decreasing. I would say the company is improving. The operating expenses were also quite low if you compare the operating expenses within these 5 years. So it was quite low. So I would say the company is improving. The company is doing good. But on the other hand, the revenue is also decreasing. So yeah, but anyways, decrease in revenue is not always bad if the company is working on their margins. So it's okay. But this is what I would like to show you, that please don't see just one bullish article and make your decision. Anyway, so moving on, let's go through this estimated fiscal year 2020 financial results. So here we see that based on information available as of today, full year 2020 revenue is expected to be approximately $49.5 million, which represents a growth of 451% compared to 2019. Now guys, this, yes, of course, is huge. And this is what they are referring to, a triple-digit growth. The revenue's robust growth is primarily due to the effective execution of the company's business transformation strategy, which enabled us to cease our legacy peer-to-peer lending business and focus on providing marketing-related data for clients such as insurance companies, financial institutions, medical institutions, healthcare providers, and other service providers as well. So as we can see, which is quite important, and if you're a regular viewer of my channel, I believe in margins. So you can see here the gross margin is expected to be approximately 9%, up from 5% last year, which is honestly quite good. Though this margin right here is still not satisfying for me, but there is an improvement. So their GAAP net profit gain is expected to be approximately up to $3.1 million, which is again better than all their other years, so as the company was actually in loss, not in profit. So the business outlook for 2021 seems something like this. The company expects a net revenue growth of further 286% in the full year of 2021. So in 2020, they already had a growth of 451%. Now on top of that, they're expecting a growth of 286%, which is huge. Which is really huge, to be honest, yes. So based on the financials like we saw, these are some of the key highlights. So SOS appears to have entered into a steep growth curve, which we already saw. They had a revenue up of 450% in 2020, and for 2021, the revenue forecast is supposed to be at 286%. Now, of course, the revenue growth was amazing. The margins are improving from the previous years, and SOS has an estimated cash of $400 million. And of course, this is all coming from mostly from the dilution which they have done. And this is actually one drawback from SOS, that it's quite highly diluted stock. So this is what we as investors and the investors out there, for you guys, you have to keep this in mind, that the dilution may come at any point, and this will be really bad if they do a dilution at this particular moment when the stock price is literally near its all-time support level. But anyways, so one drawback. And then accumulation of mined Bitcoin and Ethereum is being held by SOS. Now guys, this is really a positive point. So here I'm giving you the positive points and the negative points according to me, in my opinion. I'm not suggesting you or I'm not giving you a biased opinion about any company out there, because I literally know that this really affects everyone's decision. So I'm trying my best to give you my honest opinion. So this is what you can see right here, that yeah, this mining will definitely help them to get some really good source of revenue. So the 100% R&D team at SOS is bringing technology, innovation, and building up their application process for the blockchain, artificial intelligence, and data mining, big data mining. Like I said, that this new technology innovation can result in very healthy margins. And this is one of the most important things for me, guys, because trust me, every intrinsic value of a stock, every fair value of the stock are based on the cash flow which the company can generate, and that is purely based on margins. Yeah, so that's why margins of a company are really, really important for me. The forward intrinsic value or the fair value of the company, and you would have to consider the margins, and that's why margins are quite an important part of a business. So if they can improve on their margins, I would say that this company could be a really good investment. Okay guys, so moving on to one of the most bullish points according to me as an investor, which was SOS anticipated delivery of third fleet of 5,600 cryptocurrency miners. And this was one of the positive catalysts which was released on 12th of April, but the stock price didn't move according to this catalyst. And It doesn't bother me, guys, to be honest, because I am not trading SOS, to be honest, like many traders out there. So I am kind of, let's say, in between. So I'm not investing either, but I'm not trading either. So I'm holding SOS for midterm for sure, because I do see good potential in this company, because many positive catalysts are not yet baked into the stock price. So as you can see, that would have bought mining rigs for SOS up to 15,600. And then the other catalyst was that they purchased the majority equity interest of 3 US hydropower plants for the expansion of crypto mining operations. Now this was the other catalyst, which was huge again, but again the price didn't move so much because probably of the short percent, which was quite high on SOS, and the shorts were pushing and pushing and pushing, and the price could not pass the resistance and the threshold levels. So anyways, based upon the power output of these 3 plants combined, it is estimated that another 17,000 mining rigs could be added, and that would give SOS over 32,000 rigs mining Bitcoin and Ethereum, guys. And I think if they could achieve that, the estimate of 286% revenue growth will definitely be exceeded. But let's see, I don't know. So this is what I think. So guys, the article further compares SOS growth and financial status with Mara and Riot, and this is quite common when we are talking about SOS. So the article says that, of course, SOS forecasted revenue growth of 2021 should be more than Riot and Mara, and we have to consider that the future prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum in 2021 could actually influence about 30% of SOS actual revenue. But anyways, so as we can see right here, the trailing 12-month revenue growth for Mara was 268%, for Riot 77%, and 2021 alone was 451% for SOS. Again, we have to wait for the financial results. And then we have 2021 estimated revenue for Mara about 16 million, and for Riot 21 million, and for SOS, which is again pre-announced, 49.5 million. So we have to see this, yeah. And 2021 estimated revenue for SOS is about $193 million based upon the company's pre-announced guidance of 286%. Now guys, again, like I said, it's okay to have such guidance, but please don't get hyped up with this guidance at all. Yeah, of course, SOS still is a bit undervalued, even if we consider the $49.5 million. So the company is not looking into the future growth. The company is still actually presenting us with a big discount. So cash on the balance sheet for Mara is $141 million, for Riot is 223, and for SOS is $400 million. Again, one of the best amongst 3. And then debt for Mara is low at 184k, debt for Riot is 0, and debt for SOS is $0 as well. And to be honest, guys, at some point I would agree definitely with this article, because I would say that market is actually giving a 0 value to SOS based on these key factors, which are the growing value of Bitcoin and Ethereum cryptocurrencies being mined daily, and which are actually held on the SOS balance sheet, the new technology innovation that continues to be developed by the 100% R&D team, and they will have the copyrights and patents, then the multi-year joint venture with very large state-owned corporations, the rapidly emerging new stream of revenue launching in the second half of 2021 from SOS Digital Currency Exchange, and then the prospect for some larger acquisitions becoming increasingly possible for SOS. So I say that yes, these are not yet really baked in. The fundamentals of SOS are quite attractive. So yeah, I wouldn't say from the last years, but yes, we saw that there were some improvements, but these were not some drastic improvements. And I would not hype up a stock price based on that improvements, because those are really not such big improvements. But yes, let's wait for the financials and the earnings report in May, and then we will be sure that if this hype is really real, and if they have really worked on improving their balance sheet, and this acquisition of triple-digit growth is really valid. So any of these items listed above, which we saw, which are quite bullish to be honest, yet SOS is actually being given a really low value at the marketplace. So guys, this article also gives us an evaluation for SOS, which is quite crazy to be honest, but anyway, so we see that the market should have actually give a much better idea for the revenue growth for SOS, which is okay. I agree. Yes, it's true that this revenue growth or the growth of the company is not yet baked into the stock price. So SOS will likely be providing some form of updated guidance for 2021 in their May earnings report as well. And by that time, if the revenue forecasts are realized into the end of the year, a 70 price to sales ratio could be very reasonable. Now guys, I personally don't agree with this price to sales ratio, and this could be debatable to be honest, but this for me, dependent upon that growth, still this price to sales ratio is quite high to be honest. I wouldn't go for such a high price to sales ratio. Even okay, the company can go with such price to sales ratio, but I wouldn't call that reasonable for sure. That would be expensive in my opinion. But anyway, so of course, if we consider this price to sales ratio, and if we say that the revenue per share is $1.10, then we have a valuation per share of $77, and that's huge, guys. That's literally huge. So I wouldn't say that it can or it will reach up to $77. I mean, it's stock market. Anything can happen. It can even go to $100 depending upon how the investors are thinking about this particular company. But to be honest, guys, please don't consider this as the price target and just jump into SOS at any point you see. I wouldn't do that to be honest, but that's just my personal opinion. I am just trying to give you guys a guideline which I would follow for sure. So me and my Patreons, we actually added SOS at a really cheap price, like you saw in the beginning of this video. So guys, of course, this is a growth stock and there are many different types of risk involved in high growth stocks or any kind of investment, but especially with these such growth stocks which are small market cap stocks, and especially when investors are quite skeptic about any company which is from China. Yeah, it's stupid to be honest according to me, but yeah, this is how it's happening and this is how the market fear is actually working for shorts. So yeah, this is how shorts are actually taking an advantage of this fear, especially for the companies which are from China. They are saying that Chinese companies can really manipulate everything, and since the companies are not in the US, that's why they are not so transparent and blah 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 blah. But anyways, guys, this company has actually been trading on the US stock exchange. So I don't think that SEC is not aware about such frauds, and they will allow such fraudulent companies to actually trade on the US stock exchange. But anyway, so this is what has been happening with LKCO as well, and yeah, but this will be always there. So there is a high risk involved in any kind of investment, guys, and this is there for SOS as well. And with all the Hindenburg report and the shorts working on SOS to push the price down, I mean, this will happen. And this, so it's just dependent on you that how much risk you are willing to take and how much you are investing into a particular stock. So anyways, now let's jump onto the technical analysis. Okay guys, so let's have a quick look at the SOS technical chart. So these are the technicals for SOS. So this is one of the highest manipulated stocks out there. As we can already see, there has been a lot of scalping. We can see right here in this range, in this range, in this range. So yeah, this is one of the highest manipulated stocks which I have seen since while. So we can see that the RSI is in the oversold range, yeah, 35, 38, and we can see that MACD is really just stagnant. There is no sign of curling up or curling down at 0.03, no divergence whatsoever, a full bearish chart. But what we can see right here, that we have formed a double bottom pattern right here. So we are forming W right here, and we can see that it has formed this 2 times already. Yeah, and this according to me is one of the most bullish trends. So we see that this support level right here of 4.2 has been really good, has been acting quite strong for SOS. It has bounced back from here, from here, from here, and now it was actually on the Friday, it was also bouncing back from 4.2. So we can see that this support level is quite good. So if next week it doesn't break this support level, then of course we might have a short squeeze. Now guys, like I said before in my previous video as well, short squeeze doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, we need a lot of investors to actually invest in a particular stock. Now I'm not asking or promoting this stock, guys, please, I'm not promoting this stock in any way. I am anyways holding this stock for a longer time. Like you already saw, we have not sold a single stock since it actually hit $10 as well. The target for my Patreons was to $10 to $12, and we did sell, yes, some of our stocks, but we rebought again when it fell back. So anyways, I'm not promoting this stock, I'm just giving you my opinion. So I'm not a financial advisor. So you can see right here that this actually bounced back on Friday as well, and we might see an uptrend So this is the resistance which we might have to cross sooner or later, 6.22. Then the next one is at 8.74, and then of course there is no limit. So this is what I personally think, that next week this might happen. Now of course I can be wrong as well. It's not happening since a long time. There has been a lot of debates, there has been a lot of good catalysts. So yeah, even if the good catalyst did let it happen, so I don't know if it will, but I would like to show you this guys as well. So as you can see that this orange trend line is from GameStop, and this candlestick pattern is from SOS. So we can see that there has been a suppressing pattern. Yeah, this happens when the stock is heavily manipulated by the shorts, and we can see what happened with GameStop, and this is the similar thing which is happening with SOS as well. The shorts are suppressing the price again and again, no matter what is coming out. Even if there is a good catalyst, the price doesn't seem to rise. It goes to a certain point, then it forms a resistance, and the price falls down again and again. And this is what we are noticing in SOS. So that's why I think many investors are thinking, oh come on, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. It's not, nothing is happening. But guys, you have to know that there has been a huge stock manipulation. Yeah, you as retail investors maybe buy 10 shares, but institutions, hedge funds who are shorting the stock are buying in thousands and millions. So who has the power? Yeah, that's why we have to be patient. So we are seeing that this support is quite strong. So just believe in it. If you are entering in SOS, like I said, don't enter at any price. Please see the pattern, and entering at this support level is okay, a wise decision. But again, that's just my opinion. Don't enter at such high prices. I mean, it's not that high, but this has experienced a huge scalping, so there will be a huge volatility, especially when the stock is highly manipulated by the shorts. So be aware of it, and this is what I wanted to show you, that this is happening, but this won't happen forever. All the shorts will be tanked out, because the short percentage interest rate for buying the stocks, which are naked stocks, which are not actually in the market, is increasing day by day, and eventually this will stop. And when it will stop, the price will follow an uptrend, and to cover this price, the shorts have to buy more and more to close up their positions, or simply just bear the loss. So don't worry guys, if not next week, this will eventually happen. If not short squeeze, the stock will rise. If not now, sooner or later. So don't worry, this is a stock which has some drawbacks, which has some good points, pros and cons, but in the end, it's an investment. This is just my opinion guys. I'm not promoting any stock, like always. And yeah, this is what I wanted to bring up to your attention. So that's it guys, that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and ciao.